Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Burgess. And incomplete to open things up. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Burgess. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Burgess. His pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Titans at 2-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got.
Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now Burrow loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans, taking it right down Broadway. 30, the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
19 tight.
Off play action. Burgess eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. An inside run with Lynch. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
1st and goal at the 1. Looking to throw. Burgess. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Play action. It's Burrow. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Throwing to start the drive. Burgess. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own
tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here we go. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Titans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Burrow on play action. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone. And
Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Here we go. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Knox. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. Both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
for a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Taken in at the 22.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 common.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Now Burrow on 1st down. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Now a handoff up the middle. Knox. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
On first down, Knox, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Here we go.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Texans have taken the lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Come on, come on. Hey. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
They run the counter with Cook, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Okay, ready?
To the right side, and he's got more complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Okay, break!
Throwing on third and long. Burgess setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Ready?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
Ready, set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Warriors 70. 65 cat, 65 cat.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burgess under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Moore, the man in motion.
Alert, alert, go.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 23. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
On 1, ready?
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Able to hit his target, Lamb. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Texans.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, take.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside.
Here we go.
Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go now.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Moore, the man in motion. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Knox. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Knox. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Knox, and here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here we go. 11.
They'll run on first down. Knox. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Michael Pittman. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Texans 22, Titans 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Let's go now.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
19 tight.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing on 1st down. Burgess.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Come back team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Texans 29, Titans 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Burgess caught. Kelsey left side. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
11.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On 3rd down, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences... Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Gun.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Burgess, a quick throw, but incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
79 Broncos. 18 Pioneers. Panther 11. Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Burgess, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Christian Harris.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Flow.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Touchdown, Texans.
Juwan Johnson
From 17 yards out.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Texans 39, Titans 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains.
This quarter, just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first and try and find some targets in the open field, downfield.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Burgess. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 7. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Here we go.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked at the